Hi, everybody. This is sonically explosive beats producer Tim here, also known as, it's been OPTMC when it comes to also doing the rapper thing, but now I guess I'm gonna have to change it to OPT50, both because I see another channel on YouTube by the name OPTMC, and then after OPTMC, they got Observateur Photographique, um, and also there's a guy from a band who I guess has been an Overpush Tim fan who also suggested OPT 50. So also when it comes to the video of this same beat that you're going to see again, the reason why you see or don't see the MIDI tracks that you've seen in the first video of this beat, that you only see just a whole audio track of that beat of what I had of that beat, and then you only see the xylophone bells I added in MIDI, is because I still haven't gotten around money wise to paying for FL Studio. So that makes it not pay to save a project, because if I do, then I can't reopen the project unless I buy FL Studio. So I gotta work around that right now by rendering, or by remembering, always remembering to keep rendering everything out after I get so far in a project. And then if I have an FL Studio crash or a Windows crash, then I have to bring it all back in as audio file pieces or audio file tracks. And so that's why in this second video of the same beat, that's why you see the track the way I had it before, with all the instruments I had before, as one whole audio track, and then you only see the bells, parts I added, only being in MIDI. And so here it is. Oh, before I go on to that, before I go on to the video, okay, two other things that I wanted to say is, where I have the citrus synth coming up, I hope that everyone thinks that the bells notes, all the bells notes I have there sound like good notes, because what I always try to do is I always try to find, every time I add another instrument part or another virtual instrument part, I always try to um, find notes, different notes, that sound good with the other notes of the other virtual instruments, because I know what makes a more cool and interesting song is when each virtual instrument, or even actual physical instrument, if you're if it's a band playing, that it always makes a more cool and interesting song if not every instrument is playing the same notes through a whole entire song or music track. And so I'm always trying to find different notes in each instrument part that I add that sound good, because it can get to be I'm sure monotonous, boring and stuff like that, if every instrument part, if I'd have every instrument playing the same notes every time. So, and then another thing that I thought I should also say is that, when it comes to saying about still not having gotten around money wise to paying for FL Studio and Image Line, comes around and they, end up getting to me. Um, well, the thing where they can know that I do have an intent to buy it, sometime in the near future, buy FL Studio, is because I'm not gonna want to have to work like I'm having to in FL Studio forever. You know, where I'm having to, you know, try to remember to keep rendering everything out after I get so far, and then if I have a Windows crash or an FL Studio crash, having to bring it all back in as audio file pieces or tracks, and to get it all lined and synced back up. Um, I really would, as soon as I can get around to it money wise, or as soon as possible. I really would like better, being able to just save a project, and then if I have a Windows crash or an FL Studio crash, being able to open the project and have it still have it, all my tracks in MIDI, the way I compose them, um, and also have all my instrument plugins also still all there. I really would like that better. So, you know, I am trying to get around to it as soon as I can to buying FL Studio. But because of how old the laptop I have is, um, that's where I think getting even another good used laptop or better used laptop is what my next money plan is going to have to be. And also, I hope everyone can excuse the bits of noise in the video, in the second video of this beat that I'm still working on. But this time the screen recorder software wasn't doing as good a job recording without either getting some noise in there, like a crackle or or skipping, it sounds like it's skipping. So, well, because of how long I have where the citrus synth comes up playing the same thing for I forgot how many bars. That's where I just cut it short.